Hey beautiful people, how you doing? I put this hat on because my hair is in major need of some attention. So I want to hash this out. I want to talk about this. I don't know if I've mentioned in my other videos how passionate I am about talking about life from a perspective of a parent. Not the child, but the parent. And I want to hash out this story that I came across. I like to use encounters that I've gone through or been in with people that I either work with, people that I know personally, and things that they're going through as a parent. So, let me tell you. Incredible. So I know a gentleman that he's about to retire in a month. Okay. Now this gentleman has an 18-month-old granddaughter that he has been raising along with his wife, because his daughter decided to have a baby and was not fully responsible, and still felt like she still wanted to have her life and be a mom at the same time. Listen up, young people. Let me just tell you this, and I'll tell you this from personal experience. This is not coming from a third party. This is coming straight from me. And perhaps in later videos, I'll explain certain things for you to understand where I'm coming from. This man has worked his entire life. He's currently raising an 18-month-old granddaughter. Now his daughter, about a month ago, disclosed to her parents that she's pregnant yet again, now with a little boy. And he said to me that he was going and looking forward to retirement. That's what he said out of his mouth, but that's not what I got from his energy, or that's not what I got from his facial expression. That now he's obligated to take care of another grandchild because the daughter once again has been irresponsible. Let me tell you something, young people. Outside, and this is for young people and young adults, outside of the fact that your parents have an obligation to you until you're 18, okay? Listen up real carefully, okay? Because this whole mentality of, woe is me, I'm the victim as children, I need you to get a couple of things to let this marinate in your mind, okay? Nobody owes you a damn thing. Okay? Not the world, not society, not your parents, okay? If your parents have been responsible parents up to the age, okay? Let me tell you something. Your parents' sole responsibility is to equip you with tools, okay? I'm talking about responsible parents here, okay? Not perfect, responsible. Their responsibility is to equip you with what you need so that when you go out into the world, you can be able to be self-sufficient, okay? No parent wants a kid that becomes a burden. Do you understand that? No parent wants that, no matter how much they love you. Another little small piece of advice, and please don't look at this. I am an older person, but I'm giving you a little piece of wisdom. The greatest piece of wisdom that I can give you and share with you is that it is vitally important for you to look at your reality, accept it, and do the inner work that you need to do so that you accept reality for what it is and not what you want it to be. Because when you do that, you will free yourself from making excuses and blaming other people, especially your parents. On top of that, you won't feel like the world owes you something. You're not entitled to anything. You have to do everything else that everybody else does, okay? There's enough. Listen, the breastfeeding is over, okay? When you make adult decisions, you have to remember one great piece of information. And that information is, if you made your bed, you must lie in it, okay? You must lie in it. And I tell you that because I, as a parent, had to make certain decisions. I made certain decisions that I have to live with. I had to accept, and I had to accept my past, the not so nice, okay, for my own personal healing. I had to accept it for what it was. And it could have been, there are things that we go through, even as children, okay? No matter how perfect your life is, there are some children that are exposed to things that they should have never been exposed to. But when you don't come to terms with those things in your past, you use excuses. And one of the greatest things that I see is I see young people, young adults, blaming their parents for why they're not where they should be, okay? This man, once again, is now face, okay? And you can tell all in his expressions, in his countenance, in his energy, that after all that he's been through, now he's going to retire to take care of a responsibility for somebody that was so irresponsible. That never brings joy to a parent. I know that there's so much information out there in the media that tells you that parents should do this, that you have books upon books about parenting skills. This is very true. If you take on the task to become a parent and you take on that huge responsibility, you should be up for the challenge. If not, you shouldn't have any children. But let me tell you the flip side of that token. If you are a child, your parents don't owe you a damn thing outside of equipping you to be self-sufficient. Anything else, anything extra, you must be grateful for and humble for. That's the problem with our society. You feel like you're entitled to something and you're not entitled to anything. And that's why we have so many young adults that cry victim. You're not a victim. Deal with your past is majorly important. Come to grips with what it was and accept it for what it was, no matter how painful it was. Get your life. Got it? You could only use that excuse, but for so long. You guys have a great night. Every time I do one of these videos, I feel such a level of freedom. Like every time it comes out, I feel like there's freedom for me. There's like, wow, I feel so much lighter when I say it. Thank you for listening, guys. I hope you have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.